if you are a seller online, you've no doubt heard of PayPal. Sellers love PayPal or hate PayPal. At the end of the day, you need PayPal if you want to sell as much as possible. Over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you how to work with PayPal effectively. So PayPal is the most prevalent payment method in the world. And here are some stats on the screen of the number of platforms from Shuttle data that actually support PayPal as a payment method. As you can see, PayPal is everywhere. It's in all of these platforms. And that means that PayPal is available in the vast number of end customers that you are wanting to sell to, because those customers want to use it. And therefore, those platforms have made it available to you, the seller, and to the end customer. So PayPal is a very convenient payment method for end customers. It's also one of the most trusted payment methods out there at the moment. Having PayPal as a payment method creates customer retention also. So buyers return to a store if they know that they can actually check out easily with a particular payment method that they like. And PayPal is one of the most trusted, convenient, and therefore it retains customers to your store if those customers know that they can check out with PayPal. So PayPal, you may not realize, actually has the market share in Germany for buy now, pay later. And that comes under their term or their name of PayPal credit. 18% of Germans use buy now, pay later. Big saturation in terms of buy now, pay later into that market. And the majority of them are using PayPal credit as that payment method. But if you don't want to keep all of your eggs in the PayPal basket, you can use an alternative payment provider alongside PayPal, and therefore use PayPal purely as the actual alternative payment method, and get your card processing and even your buy now, pay later with another provider. What I'm saying is that you can have a PayPal account, but you can also find another provider who handles cards at checkout, and your e-commerce solution just has to support multi-gateway connectivity for that to be possible. Or you can use PayPal through other payment service providers. So you may have seen other payment service providers incorporating PayPal as a payment method within their offering. And that's because they know you need it and end customers want it. So you can actually use another third party to incorporate PayPal and help you report on PayPal transactions all within that one service provider. So you can have the best of both worlds. You can offer the most prevalent payment method in the market, but it's alongside another payment provider who might be doing card transactions or buy now, pay later methods for you. And that's going to really, really limit your exposure if you're worried about things like your PayPal account getting frozen, or worse, even hacked. So you will have your sales going through different payment methods, but ultimately it's handled by another third-party payment service provider. If you are going to use PayPal and you are concerned about having your account frozen or locked, as I just mentioned, then you need to ensure that your selling behavior is firstly clearly communicated to PayPal. Now, you can get in touch with a PayPal rep. That can be quite hard to do sometimes, something that perhaps we can help you do, but try and communicate your business, your selling behavior to a PayPal rep that can actually help limit the likelihood of your account getting frozen, and just understand your business a bit better, and therefore you have a relationship with PayPal on a human level. Secondly, sell consistently across the month. So we see people who get their PayPal accounts frozen or locked up. It's either because they're selling a higher risk product, or at least PayPal think it's a higher risk product, or their sales cycles are a little bit sporadic. So perhaps they have spikes in their selling, and that kind of triggers PayPal's fraud tools, or just puts your account into a different position with PayPal. So try and get consistency of sales across the month if you can. The other thing that I'd recommend is that you pay out your funds as soon as possible. So pay out your funds into your bank account, and therefore not kept in your PayPal wallet. And that will limit your exposure to having funds locked up in a PayPal account that you can't actually access. And then finally, try and build up your PayPal volume slowly over time. So don't just go straight away doing 500,000 transactions and $20 million in transactions. Actually try and build up that PayPal volume over time, so that again, your account is not flagged as having some suspicious activity going on. And that way you'll build more and more trust with PayPal. So businesses can have a love or hate relationship with PayPal, but for the foreseeable future, you're going to need PayPal because it is the most trusted and prevalent payment method out there, widely used across the globe. In some markets, like Germany, it is the preferred, most commonly used payment method, even beating out credit cards in some circumstances. So if you need help with PayPal, just let us know, or you can check out our payments comparison service at shuttleglobal.com/merchants. You can compare the whole market and find payment service providers that also work and play nicely with PayPal, and also alternatives to the buy now, pay later options that you might have heard of. So good luck. If you do need help, reach out, and all the best for now.